So there's a really long reading on the other channel, but if you want a shorter reading, here we are. Let's see what comes up. What are you getting, Aries? What's going on? Okay. Lover's card. It's like the energy of you invested in someone, helped someone in a bad situation, and you've now reaped your karma, but you don't want to repeat a pattern. You're like, okay, I helped you that one time, like I bailed you out of jail, or I don't know, it could be absolutely anything. It could be like, because you're giving someone a six of coin to a devil, you don't want a three of swords. You are currently in a 10 of pentacles. You are towards them a four of pentacles and hangman. You feel like you're put in a very awkward situation. They want lovers. They want to reconcile with you. There's an element of devil and truth and sun. So there's something where you're like, look, I helped you before and I can help you, but I don't want to be forced to help you, and get burned. You're not wanting to get burned for sure. And so it's like, now that you know the truth about this situation, or now that you know a little more about it, you're like, well, I'm not going to contribute, help, donate, or something like that. You're like, no, like, I don't want to repeat this pattern. Okay, so let's see it again. What's going on? This has happened before. There's possibly a matriarch or the empress energy. Look, if somebody's putting you in an awkward situation, like, hey, you're putting me in a situation where I want to be nice. What are they doing to the Aries? Or what's happening? What energy are they bringing in? Let's call it that. They're bringing in burdens, 10 of wands with a 7 of swords. Lies, deception, heavy burdens, overburdened, guilt, embarrassment. You're like, look, I can continue to have this, like, this is embarrassing. You're embarrassing. You're like, okay, I won't tell anyone, but it's embarrassing. You're embarrassed. What's going on there? It's found out, hangman, death, wisdom is shown about challenges, the death card. It's like someone losing a job or fighting at a job or something like that. Empress. This is a person of value. There is a day of judgment coming, and a six of coin, a two of five. Somebody's given something. to help them, to reconcile them, to make them feel better or make them better, but they don't want anyone to know. So it could even be like hospitals, hospitalization. Why are you Sun card at the end of this? Because it's a Ten of Swords, the Judgment, and Four of Wands. It's what you expected, and you're trying to understand. Why does this person lie and carry all these burdens? Free and the Wheel of Fortune. I had your energy coming up as free from this. What is Hangman and Hermit? Two of Cups. An agreement. Somebody's put in a situation where they feel like they have to look at it from a different point of view. Chariot, determined to go forward. Mind's made up, making that choice. And then Seven of Rods, somebody standing up and standing their ground and fighting back against or defending. Ten of Swords and Death. Somebody closes out a cycle. And Two of Swords, you just don't know, or you're not aware. Ace of Coin comes in for an Empress, and there's conflict around that. This is like someone who needs to be helped out all the time, but they're not being honest about what they're doing. You want to be there for them, but there's a history of it. There's a history of this person doing this. So let's see. Okay, show us one more time for Aries, Sun. Reconciled. What isn't going to be, or what is trying to be reconciled? A discovery. Somebody's finding something out. They have a choice. They're determined to go forward. They have a secret. They're going through karma. You're 10 of Pentacles because that's what you've been consistently. Like, I have everything I need. My life is solid. My life is organized. They come in with their justice reversed. You want to heal, and here you are. Nine of Pentacles. You're like, I've got everything together. You may help this person though, because you lose one pentacle. You may give them some money. You may give them like $100. The World. A big accomplishment. What's justice reversed? What is justice reversed? The Queen of Wands reversed. A fire sign. Somebody very upset, very jealous, very angry, very lazy. Sometimes Queen of Wands reversed. A Page of Coin reversed. Broken family. Page of Coin reversed. A sick child. Something is definitely unfair, and somebody's very upset about that. Why are you coming into Hangman and Judge, or why is there Hangman and Judgment around this? Fool. Again, it's like taking that leap of faith and risking it all for what? Someone is advised or told, make that choice and wait. Okay. King of Wands reversed. Someone's really upset. Someone gave something to someone that they didn't have or should not have given. Why are you Nine of Coin here? Yeah, Four of Coin reversed. You're very reluctant to help them. Nine of Rods, you feel like you're being manipulated. What is Four of Coin reversed? Why is that there? There's a problem, there's a conflict, there's arguing, fighting. Knight of Cups, they come to you begging, but there is manipulation. Magician reversed. What is that? Someone's really upset. Nine of Swords. You come in like the hero. Aries, if you want to watch the longer reading, it's on my other channel. I'm going to pull just maybe one or two of these. These are your goals. Stability. Never, ever again. You may have said to yourself, never, ever again. And then this person's like, back. You may scare people away or they scare people away. I don't know. Someone scares people away. Protect your joy. That's what I got with my other reading. Never stop praising. So giving praise to someone or something, praising. Be brave every day. You're always right. Stick to your guns. The proof is out. So that's what I have for Aries. Thank you. I'll see you again in the next video.